Hey folks, today I've been working on an HO train set. This is a Bachmann set that I bought a while back. It's Durango and Silverton, this one, and it comes with a 280 Baldwin Consolidation locomotive, which is not what they run in Colorado. They're running the K-Series Mikados down there. The narrow gauge locomotives on that railroad. But this is what Bachmann ships with this. And you know, for what it's worth, you know, I think the K-Series, at least the 36 series, the boilers were based on the Baldwin boiler anyway, I guess. It's about as close as that gets. But there it is. The set itself is coming with the locomotive tender and these three cars that you see up front. I bought some additional cars and a couple of cabooses as well, a little red D&SNG caboose and a little yellow and black D&SNG caboose, just because they offer them, and I love that railroad, the Durango and Silverton. It's one of my favorite railroads, and I've never been there. I would love to go there and ride the train up to Silverton someday. But for now, I've got this HO-Scale model, and I ended up having to do quite a bit of work on it because it was like jumping and jittering and everything else when I first got it. It was running horrible. And so I took the chassis off of the bottom and took the bottom plates off and checked all of the axles, reseated all the wheel sets and the geared axle that's in the bottom there. Checked the worm gear. It's a belt driven worm gear that the belt runs off the motor, runs the worm gear runs the main drive gear, and then the rest of the wheels are coupled to the locomotive. But once I was done reseating everything and just checking that the driver rods and the eccentric rods, all these other pieces seem to be running smoothly on it, then I put it all back together, and it's been running good. So since then, or pretty good anyway. It's way better than it was, that's for sure. So the other thing I did with this is I did a DCC upgrade on it. So it's just an analog set when you get it, but it does have an 8-pin NMRA socket in the tender. So I thought, well, I don't want to do just DCC. I want to do sound and everything on it. So I bought a Soundtraxx selection of stuff. I bought the Tsunami 2200 Soundtraxx Tsunami 2, I think it is. It's the 2200 Steam version that I got for this, and I installed that. Also bought one of their Soundtraxx current keepers for it and installed that with it, and I installed a 1-inch speaker with it. So I'm pretty happy with it, the way it came. I did have to take the some material out of the inside of the tender to make room for everything. You know, it's kind of a lot of stuff to put in there, but it all fits once you just got to carve out a few little things out of the inside of the tender, and then it's fitting okay. And it's working okay too. So let's fire up the old, I got the DCS 240 running here today. So let's turn the track on. There we are. So there she goes. She's sounding off here. Let's turn the headlight on there. There we go. So that's working. And then we give her a, see what we can do here. We can, there's the bell sound there. And then here's the whistle sound, the long whistle. And you can just hold it and make it as long as you like. And then we got a short toot sound, like that. And a number of other sounds as well. So we can hit the conductor sound there. And then we'll get her rolling here. that's the slowest speed I could get her on as far as, you know, crawl speed goes. And, you know, it's okay. It's not wonderful, but it's okay, I guess. But I'm still very happy with it, considering the state that this locomotive was in when I got it. You know, I guess, you know, I'm not going to start bashing companies for quality or stuff. It can happen. You know, it might just be a one-off, but it was in pretty rough shape. But, boy, it's running nicely now. So we'll get her going here, and we can show you how this one runs. And I'm very happy with the sound, by the way. That Tsunami 2200 steam decoder is really nice. It's got a lot of various options and stuff that I probably will never use because I'm not that technical when it comes to all this DCC stuff. I do like it though, and it makes for a nice experience when you're running your train. So there you have it. This is the Bachmann, Durango, and Silverton HO-Scale Train Set with a Baldwin Consolidation 280 locomotive instead of a K-Series like they have in real life. And the only other thing I plan on doing, probably at some point, I'd like to put some interiors in these, I guess they're Overton style coaches. We've got the open coaches too, these excursion coaches, and they already have little benches in them and stuff. We need to put some little people figures maybe in those, but I would like to be able to find like some kind of interior seats or something I could put in the Overton type coaches and in that combine there as well, and put some little people figure in them, and I'd like to add a little bit of lighting to the coaches as well. So that's probably going to be something in the near future that we're going to do. So we'll bring it to a stop here. Not a bad crawl. It's okay. It's okay for sure. There we go. Brought to a stop. And that'll do it for this video. Hope you enjoyed this one.